Good evening, Dragons and Mr. Sawchuck. My name is Victoria, and I will be representing the BBB4M Business Associates. So our job and task is to take local businesses in North America and come up with strategies on how we can integrate them into international markets. Today, as you can see by my beret, I am going to be talking to you about a Canadian company that will do amazing in the French markets.
He's sure about Buckley's. He knows the taste is worth it because he knows Buckley's will relieve his cough. Buckley's, it tastes awful and it works.
Have you ever heard this slogan before? I bet you have. This is because Buckley's Medicinal Brands has done an incredible job on advertising their products to Canadian markets. Their slogan, short and sweet, tells you exactly what their product is like. It tastes awful, but it works effectively. Buckley's is a family-oriented pharmaceutical company that was created in Canada. Buckley's was created in 1919 by a man named William Knapp Buckley, who was a pharmacist. He found a whole bunch of natural ingredients that could help with the common sickness like flu and cold. They are known for their effective line of cough syrup, cold and flu medicine, and more later. Although we cannot reveal the exact statistics and sales of what Buckley's makes each year, we can reveal that Buckley's is the #2 selling cough syrup brand in Canada. And their other pharmaceutical brands and pills and lozenges have also been successful. So, although Buckley's is primarily a Canadian company, the pharmaceutical industry is very complicated. And Buckley's now falls under a greater global organization called GSK. They evaluate business opportunities and where they can find product growth. Now, as you can see by the many hilarious and brutally honest advertising commercials that Buckley's has done for their products, you can see that they've clearly captivated the hearts of the consumers in Canada, and they really have gotten us to understand what their brand is all about. And so, this leads us to the question on why we should expand to international markets. Do you happen to know what country in the world has the 6th largest global GDP and has the 5th largest pharmaceutical market, making approximately $38 billion annually? In addition, this country was ranked 27th best in a global level on the best country to do business with. This country also has one of the world's most technologically advanced, effective, and highly sought infrastructure system. This country is home to over 66 million people. That is double the population of Canada. And over 88% of their country is French speaking. Yes, if you haven't figured it out yet, this country is France. And their market goes way beyond French dressing, baguettes, and berets. They have an incredible pharmaceutical market, and that is what I'm going to discuss with you today. There are some steps that must be completed in order for the Buckley's pharmaceutical company to be allowed to sell their products in France. So, first of all, there are some European legalities that must be considered. So, duties on manufactured items in the European Union vary between 5 and 17%. There must also be an inspection in laboratories just on the test applications for the products. The products will also go through a scientific inspection from the EMU, which stands for the European Medicines Agency. And since Canadian medicines would be considered foreign to the French markets, there would also be additional forms to be filled out under the EORI. So, there are also a few French-specific considerations that one must think about before entering a market. So, there will be altered labeling that will be needed to suit the French-speaking market. This comes in handy for Buckley's because the Quebec section of Canada is French-speaking, and Canada is considered a bilingual country, so by law, half of the Buckley's products currently are in French. So it will just be a little bit of readjusting to the product. In addition, you will have to connect with French pharmacies to sell products, since France doesn't sell pharmaceuticals in their grocery stores like Canada does. And they must also plan advertising to promote their name into a new country. There are additional limitations that must be considered if Buckley's wants to integrate their products into France. Now, their timing may not be the best right now because there is some political limitations that could influence their products being imported into the country. So as of April of this year, there will be a new presidential elect for France. And as we've seen across the world, whenever new politicians come in, not only will the business world be affected, but the whole structure of the country could also be affected. And so, from a business strategy, Buckley's may want to choose to wait until France has been settled in with their new presidential elect before they choose to integrate their products into this country. In addition, we must remember that France is not Canada, and that there will be cultural differences even if they are minuscule, and Buckley's as a company must consider these, even though their products may not be affecting culture as much as other industries may. It's always something that needs to be looked at and considered before products are entered into it. So how is Buckley's going to advertise their products in France? Well, that's a simple answer. How do they advertise in Quebec? See, their slogan, "It tastes awful and it works," actually translates to also being catchy. It translates to "C'est mauvais et ça marche." It's catchy, it has a ring, and again, it is short. So, Buckley's can still follow their same advertising strengths that they have in Canada and integrate that into France. If Buckley's can target both locals and tourists, then they will get the best of both worlds, and their sales and markets will go up significantly. You may be wondering, how is Buckley's, this small Canadian company, going to survive when they're competing against these large-scale global corporations that are introducing their products from across the world? And my point to you, Dragons, is how has Buckley survived for almost 100 years in Canada? That is through their advertising, their home-based, and of course their effectiveness. When someone is looking for a pharmaceutical item, they are not looking for what is the most hip. They are looking for what is the most effective and what will heal them of their sickness the fastest, because our society is an efficient society, and we want everything to be done instantly. Unfortunately, sickness is often not the case, but Buckley's is one of the most effective medicinal brands there is, and for that, it has still survived to this day. Dragons, I would like to thank you for your time today. As you can see, integrating Buckley's into France would not be an easy process. But in the long run, if you, Buckley's, and I don't know, maybe me, could make a profit on this business integration, then why not take that extra step, that extra work? Because it could be possible. As Buckley's would say, it could work. Thank you for your time.